Share this video because we are going to have a little tea today. We are definitely going to chat. And before I go into tea time, I just wanted to thank everyone who has allowed my video yesterday to be a conversation starter, to have an uncomfortable conversation. I wanted to come on and first just thank everyone for sharing the post yesterday, what mental illness looks like. If you haven't had a chance to view it, please make sure you do. Please make sure you share. Please make sure that you're having these conversations. Make sure that you're loving on your neighbor. Make sure that you're loving on your neighbor. Make sure that you're, constantly showing kindness, because you never know what someone else is going through. You never know where someone else is hurting if you can't see it on the outside. And so we definitely wanted to make sure that it was addressed, it was discussed, that we just kind of kicked down the door when talking about mental illness. So that was the video yesterday. My inbox has been flooded. I love it. Keep them coming. If you have any questions, if you have anything that you want to talk about, if you want to share, if you just need somebody to pray for you, if you need somebody to just talk to or vent to about what you're going through, you don't want to make it public, you don't want people, all up in your business. Hello, somebody. But you still need somebody to talk to. You still need somebody that's going to be unbiased, or maybe somebody that has gone through anxiety or depression, or just anything that you feel like you want to share. Feel free to inbox me. Hello, I'm here, and I'm here for you, and I am listening, and my heart is open to share, vent, and just be an ear for you. So I just wanted to start this video saying, you're not alone. Somebody else cares. Somebody else has experienced this, and somebody else has been freed. And you can get free too. So I just want to share a little bit about my personal experience with bipolar disorder. And I am type 1. I want to share a little bit about what happened that caused me to be admitted into a hospital. Now, this is not something that I go around sharing often, or with a whole bunch of folks. So I definitely want to share it because it took a long time for me, to be comfortable enough to talk about my experience. And I want to share it because my memory's bad, and I might forget it in a couple years. And like, I can't share something I don't remember. Come on now. So I was in my last year at Carolina. I was going to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and I was studying psychology. And I had taken, almost all the classes I needed to graduate. And I was in my final semester. I was working 2 jobs, and I was also volunteering for the Upward Bound program. And I was very active, very social. My personal life wasn't that great, but there was a situation that arose at the school, and that's probably something that I'll save for later. So you'll be able to hear all the juicy details in other tea times that I'll have down the line. But when I came home, because I was basically in a very stressful situation at school, and I was unable to finish college. I was unable to graduate. I was unable to continue in school. I was unable to finish college. This was 2007, so 10 years ago. And because I wasn't able to finish school, I felt like a failure. I was an oldest of all my siblings. I was the one who was supposed to graduate. I was the one who was supposed to have it all together. I was the one who was supposed to lead my siblings and be the shining beacon of hope. And I had so much weight that I had put on my own shoulders that I personally placed on me. And my behavior started to change. It started to basically show like signs of bipolar disorder, but I didn't know that that's what it was. So I was acting out and I didn't even know why I was doing some of the things that I was doing. For example, I was very promiscuous. When I say very promiscuous, I was very promiscuous. This was out here in these streets, okay? Thank God for deliverance. Thank God for deliverance. Because I was out here in these streets. Yes. Honey, baby. Church mothers, honey, would have been laying sheets, laying hands, throwing oil. I'm trying to tell y'all, I've been places, I've seen things, okay? So, ain't no squeaky clean angel, okay? Yeah, I grew up in the church, but I'm a real person. Hello, I'm a real person. And I'm not about to kid myself. And to be honest, if the Lord will pull back sheets on a lot of these Christians and extra saved believers, them sheets would be just as dingy and just as dirty as the next person. So I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm just here to try to help and share my story and tell what I gotta tell, okay? So I told y'all this was tea time. And tea time, if any of the girls, kids, boys, cheering, if any of y'all know what tea time is, it's real. It's real life. And you can either spill it on another person or you can spill it on yourself. I choose to tell my own story. That way nobody can tell it for me. Because if somebody tries to tell your story for you, they'll never get all the details right. Can I get an amen? So, moving forward in this little story of mine. So basically, I was out here being promiscuous, and I did not know that hypersexuality is a symptom of bipolar disorder. I had no idea. No idea. I just thought I was out here thotting and bopping. I just thought I was out here just doing what I wanted to do. But no. Mental illness. Like, come on. A lot of tea, and I'm pretty sure people will have a lot to say. And honey, I'm here for all of it. So I only have 3 more minutes. Because I know y'all like, ooh, girl, this is good. Don't worry, I got lots to share. I got plenty to talk about. So, when I came home, I ended up going into almost a catatonic state. And, oh, Jesus. This part scared my mom, scared my siblings, scared my dad. Because I literally didn't eat anything for 3 days. I wasn't hungry. Like, I remember some of what was going on in my mind. I remember some of what was going on in my mind, but a lot of it was just a lot of discomfort and unsettledness. I remember feeling really, really uncomfortable and really unsettled. I didn't sleep. Like, I wouldn't sleep through the night because I was so fearful. And I honestly couldn't tell you what I was afraid of. I just know that I personally could not go to sleep because I was afraid. There were some nights where my dad would come in my room and pray with me and like pray scriptures and just quote scriptures with me, and just kind of tried to pray me through. And he would pray. I'm trying not to get emotional because y'all know I'll cry in a heartbeat. But he would pray just so I could go to sleep. And then I would wake up. Whenever I would fall asleep, I would wake up, and I would have moments where I would be lucid enough to like maybe answer a question or two, but then I would go right back into being completely silent, quiet, and not being able to speak. It felt like something had a hold even on my vocal cords, y'all. Like I was not talking. And so after about 3 days of this back and forth for about 3 days, I remember going to the front door of my mom's house. She lived in Stokes at the time. I remember going to the front door, and I had on my like pajama pants and a pajama top. When I opened the door, my mom had been sleeping this entire time. And I think it was maybe just me and her in the house. And when I was about to open the door, my mom woke up. She said that the spirit woke her up. She came to the door and she asked me where I was going. And just as quickly as I knew in my mind where I was going to go, it was just as quickly as I could not tell her where I was going, what I was about to do, or anything. And she was like, well, baby, you still have on your pajamas. And I was like, okay, yeah, I got on my pajamas. I put on my shoes because I'm going to go walk down to the school and get my, and try to get myself together, trying to make myself feel better. And that's when she knew that I had to go to the hospital. I had my bishop come pray for me at my house. I had saints praying for me. I had holy oil put on my forehead. I was in a circle. I did all that stuff. And let me tell you something. My mom used wisdom. And I know a lot of saints are not going to like that. And it's probably going to make a lot of them either mad or uncomfortable. But I'm here to tell you that sometimes you can't just pray through this stuff. Some of this stuff is chemical imbalance. Okay? And if any of your loved ones need medication or prayer or therapy, then they should seek it. I cannot tell you, I know I'm over and I'm going to be brief. I cannot tell you the number of people who have inboxed me, hurt by the church because they've been stigmatized because they have mental disorders. I cannot tell you how many people who have left the sanctuary behind Christians who call them crazy and say, sis, we're going to pray you through it. I've had enough common sense and prayer and Bible knowledge to know that her baby needed help, and she took me to the hospital where I was admitted. Oh yes. Stayed up in the hospital for a week and a day. Went home with medication, Depakote, for bipolar disorder. Took it for the better part of a year, and after that year, I didn't need the medication anymore. Why am I sharing this with you today? To help somebody else. I've enjoyed our chat. I want to encourage somebody. Mental illness is real. It is an illness. And there are so many available opportunities to you to get help when you need it, if you need it. And just know that you're not alone. I love you, and I'm here for you. Be blessed.